it's long term, right?
Yeah.
You can tap into that for emergencies. You have
Yep.
that there. You have the ability to write off your interest on your taxes. And you have all of these different facets of owning your own real estate, not just the freedom
Yeah.
to, kind of exist in your own space the way you want to, make it your own, have a real home,
Right.
because that's a huge mental effect and a huge
Yeah.
mental benefit to just anybody. But it's your financial security blanket, man.
Yeah.
If you're making a smart purchase, like you got the right loan product, you
Yeah.
got the right rate, the right closing costs, you worked with the right real estate agent
Right.
that was able to negotiate the right deal.
Yeah.
You got the house at the right numbers, closing costs, whatever it was, like, and it is an asset. It is a
Yeah.
true asset. Like, it is your security blanket, not
Yep.
just for you, but for your family,
Right.
and I think that, and I tell people this all the time, a good deal never goes out of style.
Mm-mm.
Like, mid '09 crash, mid COVID buyer frenzy, mid mini recession where like the rates were in the eights and,
Yep.
like nobody was buying houses. A good deal doesn't know any timing, or it doesn't know any, general location or
Yeah.
price point. A good deal is just a good deal.
Right.
They never go out of style,
Yeah.
and that doesn't matter if it's the affordability, the inventory at the time, the rates at the time, the economic, like, finding the right deal for you. It's always a
Right.
good time to find the right
Right.
deal.
Well, here's the thing. So if I just said earlier, the general consumer sentiment is right now is a bad time to buy a house,
Yeah.
right? If that's the general consumer sentiment, that means what? If everybody thinks it's a bad time to buy a house, there's probably not a ton of buyers out in the market,
Yeah.
right? So do you think there's no sellers in the market? Of
Yeah.
course there is. You
Yeah.
see houses for sale all the time. Look at Zillow. There's all kinds of
Mhm.
homes for sale.
Yeah.
So if there's all these homes for sale, but there's not a lot of buyers in the market,
Yeah.
when the sellers actually do get some sort of a buyer,
Yeah.
do you think they're gonna be more willing to negotiate now that they finally got some interest in their property?
Yeah.
Or do you think when everybody thinks it's a good time to buy and everybody's in the market trying to buy a house, you think that's better for you as a buyer or better for the seller? And that's
Yeah.
what I try when you break it down in that logic, I
Yeah.
think most people are gonna say, "Oh, and I never really thought about it that simplified,"
And
you know?
and this is I'm gonna, like, take off my buyer's agent hat for a second and,
Yeah.
like, kind of expose some, like, listing agent strategy here, and this